Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV. Close up, clear. Look at that. How you doing, everybody? There we go. What was I watching? Who was that actress? Barbara Stanwyck. I was watching a Barbara Stanwyck movie the other day, and every time they cut to a close-up of her face, it was all fuzzy. It was like they obviously put something on. In my close-ups, you must have the fuzz on the lens, make it start to see the wrinkles, the signs of age. How y'all doing, everybody? It's Dave TV for the 10th of January 2013. You're probably wondering what's in the bag. I don't know. It's actually garbage. Nonetheless, ratings. They haven't done a Dave TV for a couple days because, frankly, there's been very slow news. Nothing much going on, but we did get some ratings in. So I'm going to run through some trends that I'm seeing, okay? So let's take a look. This is the 6 Plus, the overall radio ratings for the Washington market for the second week of the holiday period. Now, as I told you, Arbitron, the ratings company, adds a 13th month every year. It's called the holiday month in between December and January. They do that because if you take 52 weeks and you divide it by 4, you get 13, okay? So that, 4-week months, and then it makes a 13th month. So that's how they do. That's why they do that. So anyhow, you have a December, holiday, January, February. So we're in the second week of the holiday period here, which is approximately mid-December. And the big trend is, of course, to no one's surprise, WASH with Christmas music is number 1. WASH has been in roughly 5th place for a good chunk of the fall, and they surged up to 3rd place in December, and the December ratings, which were November, and now they're in 1st place, and that is normal because they play Christmas music, and everybody likes to hear Christmas music pre-Christmas. Also benefiting from that effect is WETA-FM, which also throws in a lot of classical Christmas music, and their ratings have tracked up quite a bit from 20th place in the fall up to 11th place. Okay, so they've done very well too in the Christmas effect, the Xmas effect there. Second place in the Washington radio ratings for this week is WAMU, WAMU. Let's see how they're trending. They are trending approximately steady even. I'm looking at basically they're flipping up and down, but generally I'm not seeing any trends at all in them. They're going straight even. WTOP 3rd place, and again they did WTOP. Okay, WTOP and WAMU did have a little bump there right around election week and hurricane. Remember, we had Hurricane Sandy, and then the next week we had the election. So there was a little bump up for both stations in that last week of October or first week of November, but now they're both back kind of stable there at 2 and 3, 2nd and 3rd place, almost tied. They're practically neck and neck at the moment. Hot 99.5 is in 4th place. They have been trending, I'd say, a tad downward lately. WHUR is in 5th place, trending pretty much steady even. Maybe a little bit down, maybe a little bit of a sag from where they were back in October. WMMJ, Hot Adult Contemporary, 6th place. Again, they look to be pretty flat over the last couple months. WKYS, same thing. They did trend. They kind of dipped a little bit there in November, but they're pretty much steady. WRQX. Jack Diamond there and Marco in the afternoons. Mix 107.3. Trending, I would say, a little bit up from where they were back in October. I think that's probably because they're probably tightening the playlist over there. Whatever. And as I said, WETA-FM Classical 90.9 in 11th place. Again, that is a definite upward trend expected because of the Christmas type of music that they're playing. WGTS, passing of John Conrad last week, the longtime vice president and programmer for the station. president and general manager of the station. WGTS is looking like they're trending upward a bit. They do also throw in some Christmas music there a bit. They're up to 12th place in a tie with PGC. PGC seems to be all over the place. PGC was in 8th place back in October. Then they dipped down to 15th place in November, way down to 16th place in around Thanksgiving. And then they're back up to 12th place. So I don't know. They're just kind of all over the place there. WMAL, let's see. WMAL definitely popped up to about 7th place during the election cycle. And then they actually stayed up there in that 7th, 8th place position up through November. And now they're tracking back down again to 14th place. So there. El Zal is also tied for 14th place with WMAL, and they seem to be trending upwards slightly, okay? I guess, maybe more people are discovering them on the 107.9 signal, which they've been on for a little more than a year now. MZQ not doing so hot. In a lot of markets, small markets, in the outlying markets around Washington, country is king. Frederick, Winchester, Fredericksburg, even Baltimore country does really well. Not quite so in Washington. MZQ is down to 16th place. And that is a definite trend down for them from 13th place in October. I don't know what's up with that. Big is definitely taken a fall. Classic rock / hits. They were doing 7th and 9th place back in October, and now they're down to 16th place. Is that 16th? Right, they're tied with MZQ, which is just down the hall for them. I don't know. The station is sounding more and more canned these days. Maybe they need to, kick it up a little bit in the presentation department and maybe mix up those deep tracks. A lot of the stuff you hear over and over and over again, and it's kind of boring. 18th place, Sports Talk 980, ESPN 980, WTEM, which is, it was funny. It trended up. It was up last week, and now it's back down again this week. I don't know. Obviously, the Redskins' better play is feeding into that to some degree. WIAD, Fresh 94.7, a definite downward trend for them. They were up. They were almost 11th place there in October, and now they're back down to 19th place. I don't know, man. I would say they need to get a better branding on that station. The station's kind of, what is it? Is it a contemporary hit station? Is it a rhythmic contemporary station? Is it hot adult contemporary? They're kind of all over the place. They don't really have a solid identity there. CBS needs to hammer it in, maybe just flip them over to an amp or a now format and really kick it up and really seriously go head-to-head with Hot 99.5. I don't know. But looking at CBS, CBS's top station in this market is El Zal at 14th place. Or no, wait, PGC at 12th place. But still, CBS says PGC in 12th place, El Zal in 14th place, Fresh 94.7 in 19th place. Again, they didn't crack the top 10 again this week. I don't know. JFK Sports Talk, what do they call themselves? The Fan, 106.7 The Fan, 20th place. Again, they're kind of staying about 20th place. No big surge upward or downward for them. WFRE at 21st place. BQB down in Fredericksburg, 22nd place. WDCN, that Spanish station, at 23rd. And then we got WNEW at 24th. Remarkably steady. We had the hurricane, we had the election, and they pretty much stuck at 24th place. I'm not seeing any trends upward. I'm not seeing any trends downward for WNEW, the new CBS All Newser. So what are you going to do about that? PFW, okay, but let's just jump down here to look at some of these other numbers. PFW is down there at a 29th place. They need some work. WFED down there at 41st place, although they're printing the money, so they say. So those are the radio ratings for the second week of the holiday period. So there. All right, folks, that's all I'm going to do today on this Dave TV. A little bit of ratings analysis. Okay, you want to look at Baltimore really quick? Let's do a real flash at Baltimore. Christmassy WLIF in first place. And they're also trending way upward with the Christmas music. 92Q, Urban Contemporary, WERQ, they're staying strong at second place, battling, right there with Magic 95.9 in third place. What are we seeing? Any big trends? BAL is staying pretty level. WJZFM is actually bouncing upward a bit, I guess, because of the good Ravens play. Contemporary Christian does really well in Baltimore with WRBS in 7th and 8th place there. WIYY kind of, down there at 10th place. They've been holding fairly steady with Classic Rock WZBA at 13th place. Also holding fairly steady. The one station I'm noticing in Baltimore that seems to be really underperforming lately is WCBM. They're down quite a bit. They're down to 15th place. They're usually a top 10 performer. That's kind of that righty talk there. I would say if any station in Baltimore needs to be worried, it's CBM. There. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Don't forget to help support the site in 2013. If you haven't helped us yet, we depend on your donations. Just click on DCR TV, the little support linky dinkies there. Make it $29, get a year of our fantastic DCR TV Plus. Yeah! Thanks for watching Dave TV. Aloha, Dana. Book 'em, Dan.